Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Pope Metallicus, and I sincerely wish I was not making this video right now because we have to talk about something that happened in my favorite community, which is Battletech. A very, very good game that, unfortunately, the company that is currently in control of it, Catalyst Game Labs, despite having previously been one of the better companies out there, and really very pro-consumer, very helpful to the gamer, very understanding with 3D printing and fan-made content and stuff like that, which is I've always supported, and it's really great to see. Unfortunately, it has bowed to an angry mob and canceled not only one of their own authors, Mr. Blaine Lee Pardo, but a creator who has basically created this setting from the ground up, having first started working with Battletech in 1985, a year after the game came out. So, for those of you who don't know, Battletech is a tabletop war game. There's a tabletop RPG and multiple mech sims and real-time strategy games and all sorts of other content for this series. They even had their own cartoon at one point, which is when I got into the setting in 1993. So I have been around this community for a friggin' minute. And I am extremely disappointed to see Catalyst behave in this way. Not only Bowser the Angry Mob that demanded he be canceled for daring to have conservative opinions outside of the setting in his own novels, but kowtowing to the demands of someone who is a convicted criminal and has been stalking him for over a year and has tried to do this before. And I don't know if this is Catalysts trying to throw the blame onto their parent company, which is Fanatics, who also owns Topps, which owns the license for Battletech. I don't know how much of that is the new owners of that company, according to Blaine anyway, so basically demanding that they make the problem go away. Or how much of this is Catalyst just getting tired of the pressure and bowing to it, which I hope is not the case. And I hope we get more clarification from both sides in this coming few days here. It's already been 2 days. This happened Saturday afternoon, I think. And Razor's done streams on it. Major Leader has done a couple of videos on it. Big Red 40K has talked about it a little bit. To be clear, I stand on the hill of no one should be canceled for their political beliefs, especially outside of a game setting. And no one should be bringing real world politics into our hobby, which is where we go to get away from this. Now, I consider myself pretty politically educated on a lot of topics and can talk at length about most political issues. But when I'm sitting there playing Battletech or talking lore with somebody, I don't want to talk real world politics. I want to shut up and enjoy my stumpy robot game. Which this is now preventing us from doing because we have to have these conversations. And to cancel one of your most prolific and successful authors who has basically turned this setting into what it is nothing short of disgraceful. And I don't see any way for them to reconsider that at this point, especially given that I don't think the trust is there between Blaine and Catalyst anymore. And I gotta say, it's damaged my trust in them as well. I used to recommend this game to everyone under the sun, and I still will. I would just recommend you look for secondhand and aftermarket product rather than buy it straight from Catalyst themselves, which is unfortunate because I actually really do like their products. I actually have a couple of their source books right here. Last two I bought, in fact, the first and second Succession Wars, which are brilliant novels, or not novels, but source books. You got some really good information in there on basically any level of detail you would want on, in this case, the second Succession War. Got some great art on the cover, some really, really nice quality stuff, and this is all print on demand, very, very high quality, and I couldn't be happier with the quality of their product. And up until now, I couldn't have been happier with their behavior as a company, as custodians of this franchise. sadly, I gotta say that's no longer the case. And it really just makes me sad to see that despite having held out for so long, now it appears that it's Battletech's turn. We saw this happen a couple of years ago with 40K and a couple of other franchises. Obviously, Star Wars, Star Trek, those have been in danger for quite a long time, if not outright killed. And it sucks to see one of my favorite hobbies go down the same road, and seemingly there's no way we can stop it. Now, I do think that there's a way back for Catalyst if they start being honest about, what caused this decision, and especially if they start apologizing and basically making it up to the fans. I don't know how they're going to do that, but they got to do something, because as it is right now, I can't honestly state that you should support Catalyst Game Labs in any way. It sucks for me, especially because I'm a big fan of the novels. I own dozens of them, both electronically and a couple physically. And I was looking forward to reading more and stuff like that, but I won't be buying any new novels from them, which is unfortunate, but I still have all the old ones that I can read at will. And they stated that they wanted to make this problem go away. So in closing, I'll just say this: make that the last thing that's going to happen. Keep this going and get in contact with them. I'll put a link to Catalyst Game Labs' contact info in the description of the video. Go send them a nice little message. Nothing vicious, nothing harassing, just stating that this is not an acceptable business practice in this hobby, and we won't stand for it. And if they can't handle Battletech and MechWarrior in a way that the fans can get behind and can tolerate, then, well, maybe the next guys who own this franchise will. And it's unfortunate because Battletech was undergoing something of a renaissance in the last few years, a resurgence in popularity, because it had come out from obscurity, from the brink of death, essentially, when FASA went under, to being revived by Topps, and it kind of languished throughout the 2000s and early 2010s, and really 5 or 6 years ago started coming back into the forefront and started becoming the game that we all knew from the 90s. So it was great seeing that come back and react while it lasted, and hopefully this doesn't kill that forward momentum, because Battletech has languished in the shadows for way too long due to either bad management, bad business practices, or just bad decisions. And I think this is one of them. And I really hope this is not the nail in the coffin that seals it. But thanks for listening to me rant. If you guys want to contact Catalyst, again, be polite, be professional, but let them know you're not happy, because I'm not happy. And they only made one mistake. They came after my goddamn franchise.